you would be able to handle? Do you think there will be pressure coming if you join a label of like if they start demanding you to release certain albums at a certain time or a certain amount of albums within
Yes.
a certain period of time, if that would affect your creativity? Because look, for I always have a belief for the artists that I work with.
Mhm.
A lot of their first projects would be fantastic because it's sometimes a
Yeah.
compilation of work of the last 10 years or something, or that they've been working on for a
Hmm.
very long time. And then you pick and choose the best, you perfect them, you know. But once
Yeah.
there is a bit of pressure, it's hard to follow up those projects. Do you think how would you be able to deal with that? Do you have any
I
tips,
think
maybe?
I think you need to get prepared because this is part of the game as well. But you,
Hmm.
you really need to have strong convictions. So if someone, a label or someone proposes you to work on something, is it is it you, like, do you recognize yourself in that project? If yes, even if you have to balance, or you have to go for it. But if it is not what you want to do, and this is really uh, not you, like you don't feel you fit in it, you don't do
Hmm.
it. So you need to, I mean, this is work. Then if
Yeah.
someone says, okay, we work on an album, it's gonna sound like that, then you speak with the people, and you try to know if you can find the balance.
Hmm.
And this is work. This is how professional works. The
Hmm.
professional world works like that. So it's not, okay, I come, I sing whatever I want, everything is cool. I think you need to
No,
get prepared of that. You need to,
exactly.
to be aware. And but if it's completely different from what you want to show, what you want to spread to the world, for example, as an artist, I think you shouldn't do it,
Hmm.
because it's, your message. You have self convictions, you have self esteem, so you never betray who you are, and you just pay attention to the direction of the project. But then you speak and you see if you can find the balance.
Yeah, and I think if people are working in it that really want to work in it and it's their hobby, you shouldn't
Mm,
be complaining because you'd rather. The struggle is everywhere, and every job has this high pressure struggles at some point that you're gonna be angry and
yeah, yeah,
or you're not gonna agree with
because
something.
this is work. Mm,
It's better to have it in a job that you really want, like this, rather than
mm,
doing it as an accountant. And it's
yeah,
important, I think, that we should always remind ourselves, and all creators should remind themselves about that. You know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, because there is a difference. You say hobby. I think there is a difference between hobby,
Mhm.
and professional world. It's not the same.
Yeah.
You need to understand that before. If you really want to make music as a job, you need to understand it's not a hobby anymore.
Hmm.
So it's not. You're not gonna party. You're not gonna. It's work, and it's only work. You need to. Yeah, I
Hmm.
need to be aware. I mean, otherwise you're gonna make bad choices.
And it's a tougher business than
And
usual.
it's
The security isn't there.
hmm
It's you're dealing with sharks all the time.
yeah.
you know. Um,
No, you need to know your subject. Like, you need to know everything, the contracts, how it works, because otherwise we saw it in the music industry. You have a lot of problems. This is normal.
hmm.
And now we have the possibility to be aware of that. We have a lot of information. A
Hmm.
lot of artists now are speaking out. So we can we can get educated. We can have information, and we have to pay attention. Once again, it's not easy, of course. This is a tough, like, I think we can't imagine exactly how it's like to be on huge levels, but you need to be aware, and
It's
to
true.
get informed.
Yeah, this is one of the goals I'm trying to make, and that we're trying to do as a, with this page and with the podcast as well, is sort of educate all kinds of
Yeah.
creatives. It's not just musicians and artists and athletes and everyone
Yeah,
on
so I
just
saw last time, I saw a video about a guy, an athlete.
yeah. He's Markel. Markel's
Yeah.
he's yeah. That episode's also gonna come out at some point. He's the head of the combat sports department at CAA. So
Okay.
he manages athletes, UFC fighters, and yeah, and he also
Hmm.
has his own businesses.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it was very interesting.
yeah,
like
there's
to
a
have
lot
this
of
kind of
good.
person to speak.
Yeah, that's why I'd like to get some diversity on it because it's all about the people that are making it happen by themselves or doing something creative or out of the norm jobs
Mm,
that require you to be very independent, such as being a musician. And something you're doing is trying to build a career out of the thing you love to do, um,
mm,
and
mhm,
learning how to deal with the pitfalls of it and the
mm.
struggles and just pushing through because a lot of people might give up at some point. Um,
Yeah, a lot.
hmm And
A
what?
lot. I think this is the difference with, the people we see as stars, for example. This is just people who never gave up no matter what, and
hmm
we only know a few of what they've been through, I think.
Yeah,
This is not made for everybody, I think.
exactly. There is the because there's the concept of the one hit, not the one hit wonder, the overnight
Yeah,
success.
yeah. Mm-mm.
It's not.
Yeah.
People think it seems easy. The people came out of nowhere, or the person blew up out of nowhere. Oh, he got so lucky because that song was great and it got picked up by media. No, they do not see the 17 years before that where they struggled and ate shit to
Yeah, maybe
get.
even more.
Yeah, maybe more. Yeah, I think who was what's his name? Bryan Cranston, the actor who played Walter White in Breaking Bad as well. Always love that example. I think he was in his 40s, or he was like 40 years old when he
Yeah.
went in Malcolm in the Middle, and he was waiting tables at
Mm-hmm.
40 years old,
Yeah, yeah.
and now he's one of the most recognizable faces. You know,
You see,
people don't.
you see.
You know, it's not
Yeah,
a
because they
overnight
just
thing.
see, of course, they see the results.
hmm
So they see the results. They just see,
They
okay,
do.
this one is a star. He's he's doing music. He's doing blah blah blah. He's touring. They only see the results. So,
hmm Yeah, it's
well,
mostly for the people who've been around for a long time. Because there are one hit wonders that you just appear. You did get that lucky break, but you don't follow up. There's no longevity in it, or sometimes it's just
yeah.
like a gimmick.
Mm,
It's about, let's say, okay, let's say hypothetically, one of your songs is gonna blow up, and you're gonna have 20 million streams, right?
uh-huh.
Immediately, it's gonna be picked up by all media.
Mm.
What's the first thing you would do? How are you gonna carry that on into building it into something that has longevity? How
So
will
first
you
of all, I
last?
think I think you need to. I mean, you need to have visions,
Mhm,
even when it's not there. For example, now I'm not at that point. For example, I'm not, I'm not at that point, but I'm already prepared just in case I am in that point.
mhm,
So I know what I want to do next. Because if you don't prepare yourself and this is happening, then you will be completely lost because there is a chance for it to happen if you work. So
mhm.
maybe you won't do it, but maybe you will. So if you do, if you get famous and your music is working out and you're not prepared, it means you messed up the vision and you messed up your work.
Yeah, and you'll never forgive yourself.
And then it's too
It's
late. You need to be ready. You need to be ready,
a chance of
whatever
a lifetime.
happens.
What would you do?
Well,
What are you? What's your plan for it? Like when it happens?
I think I would already have a plan.
hmm
So I would take it, I think, for an opportunity to release an album, to release another song, and I would have prepared what and with whom.
hmm
And so you mean with the money, or you mean
No,
regarding the
no. In
work?
terms of fan base, building the fan base and carrying on momentum, maybe how you keep the momentum going.
Well, I mean, by releasing more songs,
hmm
and you release more songs, you connect more with the people.
Yeah.
You try to like, you ask for me, so here I am. I'm releasing more songs. I want you to
hmm
have more of me. I want you to have uh
Just
to
keep
be,
putting
yeah,
yourself
to
out
be
there, doing
nice.
interviews, media, any opportunity, just working your ass off. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and I work like even more
Mm.
than when I was not famous. I
Yeah,
work
yeah,
even
yeah.
more, even more.
Yeah, because actually, like on the grand scheme of things, and if you look at your whole life, it would be a very short period of just working really hard and
Mm,
basically denying yourself of other pleasures, whatever,
mm,
to really build yourself up for the rest of your set yourself up for the rest of your life. Um,
yes.
But a lot of people aren't willing to do that, and it's
because
disappointing.
they think this is a hobby only, maybe,
Hmm.
and that's fine. I mean, that's fine. You
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
have hobbies. It's not a problem. But I mean, and sometimes, you know, they think once it's done, you're famous, you sell a lot of records, they think it's, you know, oh, he made it. It's not, but no, it's the beginning of even more work, even more pressure, even
Hmm.
more less uh, I mean, being tired, always working, because you can't fail, no, you can't go back to the past, you know. You just
Mm.
want it to go on and to rise, so you have to work and you never stop.